from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Come on. Watch the
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11. Let's go, baby. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Hey, alert. Watch the screen. Big Ed.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 63 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go heavy.
To throw is gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Goff now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Mike 54. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go. 2. 21. Hey, Foxtrot.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch 54, watch 54.
Lock, lock, lock!
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Corey Littleton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Looking for Woods that time.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well. Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC. Let's rock the NFC here. Starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case,
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Samson Abukum picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
One, Omaha. Hey, come on.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abukum able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Natson, nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Goff. Flushed out right. A deep ball for Gurley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of it.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian as a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. There's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Try to get it to Woods. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Hatchet, hatchet.
Check 15, check 50. 65, 65. Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, here we go.
Bring it.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to loft one, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Let him know, let him know.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
No, no, no.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
21, 21. Here we go.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Hey, look.
Go ahead.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep, looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Come on, fellas.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back. 21. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to use check. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
12.
3rd and long. It's gone. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jump.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
12.
Hey, switch gears.
Switch.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
One, Omaha.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
It's just me and you.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Walk 54. Ready?
On 2nd and 2, Goff. He'll buy some time right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. To throw is Goff.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Goff.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Two.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here I come again.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeForest Buckner. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for.